Hello, this is Farming Sim, and welcome to my Bob the Builder PS1 speedrunning guide. So, if you've watched Jerma lately, you know this game has gotten a little bit of popularity. So, this is my guide to becoming the best in the world in it. So, you'll always want to turn volume all the way down. That makes the loading screens much faster, and so when the FMVs pop up in between loading, it's a lot easier to skip them. It's really weird, but it's pretty much vital to getting world record. And another thing you want to do if you're playing on original hardware, preferably a PS2, is you'll want to go to fast disk loading speed. Now you can do that on the home menu, and you can press triangle, and then go to CD driver and put disk speed to fast. Now that is the best loading speeds, but an emulator's loading speed is pretty good too, which I imagine is what most people will be running it on. So, I wouldn't highly recommend PS2 or emulator. Because playing it on PS1 is bad loading. And I think PC's loading times are pretty rough too. So I always like to start off with plumbing puzzle. Because this is the most RNG segment of the run. Now there's 6 pumps that Bob has to correlate with the right area. And there's 4 rooms. Green, red, blue, purple. Ideally, you want as many as you can in green. Like right here, we got 2 in green, which isn't really preferred, as there can be up to 4 in one room. Now green, even though there's 5, you can only get 4 at max from what I've seen. So ideally, you'd want 4 green, 2 red, or like 3 green, 3 red, but that's really improbable. Now thankfully, there's only 3 purples, because purple takes forever to run back to. As you can see, Bob takes his time while logging. So, you want as many greens and reds, but it's not really going to happen much. So, I normally reset until I get like 3 greens, 2 reds, and sometimes even a blue is salvageable. So, yeah, this is... pumps will make a break a run. It's brutal. So next up, we have fix the leaks. It's a lot less RNG. It is possible that a leak won't even show up until you go through the whole area, which can kill a run. And ideally, you want like 3 in green, 2 in red, which is possible. But other times you'll end up like this, where none in green, 2 in red, 2 in blue, then either 1 in purple, or I'm gonna have to go backtrack. Okay, 1 in purple. Alright, not great, but it's ultimately the first part of this game that's more important. So I do have to be careful here where I start on plumbing puzzle. I have to remember to press left here and then press right twice after this. I always have to go ahead and loop back to racing, which is pretty skill based. Thanks to Blazevos, who's third on the leaderboard. They pointed out a strat to me here, where you can essentially just hug the wall at the beginning. It's pretty much just a straight line. Just stay left. Now on the third lap, there's an additional cog thrown in, like that right there. So you pretty much have to go right, and then the second you pass the cog, you can just go back to hugging the wall. Now with Dizzy, it's pretty much the same thing. He controls slightly differently, but ultimately, I mean, same strat. Pretty similar muscle memory, all things considered. Also, if there's a bit of downtime, like right there, I missed it. Alright, now we can go back to the left. If there's a bit of downtime, I would like to say this is for easy mode. Now, normal and hard mode runs do exist, but easy is the most run category. So, it's ultimately pretty similar, regardless of which. It's just like more obstacles or more pops to fix. Just more of the same thing, pretty much. So next up, it's not plumbing puzzle. Be careful and don't do that. Now, here's where there's a strat I like to call triple lofty. So you have to hit 3 times here. And don't mash X here, because it will buffer an additional input right there. So the thing you want to do is you want to press X right before the ball gets into the way the brick. Because if you do this right here, then you can easily get a triple. But I messed it up on the first time, and right there, which does take additional time. and if you don't hit triple lofty, you have to let lofty backtrack to the back. So, you want to time that as best as you can, but don't mash X while you're waiting on the game to load, or you will buffer an additional input and lose a few seconds. So hitting triple lofty can be a little iffy, but it does save quite a bit of time if you land it. However, if you have to go for doubles, you can still get a sub 10. And build it up, probably one of the easiest in the game. It's self-explanatory. So next up, we get the first Pilchard game. Now there's a few Pilchard games. I'm only going to be going over one of them, but they're all pretty much the same thing. You just take the food bowl, just try to line it up to Pilchard's head, and normally it's pretty fair with where you put the food bowl, but yeah, just try to aim it towards his head, and that's your best bet. So, Porcupine Rescue. This one's a little bit of RNG, because Lofty automatically takes her claw to the right every time. Like, it's not full control, she'll just move her claw from left to right however she feels like. So, a little bit of RNG, it's not too bad, it really doesn't make much of a difference. I got there, I was able to mash X and get it, but she just keeps going left. Hook it again. Not bad. Alright. So, another Pilchard game, I'm just going to skip it. Now, Scary Spud. This is a very crucial tip for this minigame, but I didn't realize for the longest time. In order for the bar to go up in this minigame, you have to wait for the crows to hit the ground. If you don't, I'll just show it right there, you don't gain any points. Which kills a lot of time because the crows take their time to spawn after a while. Like, I'll try to show it here. I'm going to intentionally mess up. See, it flies away, leaves, but I don't get any points for it. So your best bet's just to kind of play it like neutral in a fighting game. You just kind of stay in the middle and just wait for them to land and when you run in. Because it's really easy to accidentally hit them when they're in the air. And I'll try to get it here where the crows just kind of stop spawning. It kills so much time. I could have been out of here so much faster if not for showing that. So always let them land, or else, I mean, you're going to lose about 20 seconds. So next up, we got Wendy's Birthday. I mean, it's very straightforward. I'm not even going to show these on Cake-tastic. You just press X immediately, light the candle, just take your cursor northwest, and just press X, and it's over. Wild West Wendy, I just do left and right inputs repeatedly. I never press X in it, because I don't want to accidentally press dance again. So just smash left and right, wait for it to end, then react, and press next game. And another Pilchard minigame, same thing, just aim the food ball over his head. Now, Bubble Trouble. There is some RNG here. It is possible to get a bunch of bubble spawns, like, right near you. But it's also possible you can get them on opposite sides of the field. Right here, up and down. That's pretty good. However, right here. Now, the bubbles will start to burst over time. So it is possible you won't catch them in time and you'll have to wait for another one. Right there was about an average bubble. Nothing great, but that was pretty much good enough. And then to end the run, you've got another Pilchard. So that's pretty much it for an easy mode Bob the Builder run. The world record is a 9:15 and my personal best is a 9:38. So if you want to aim to beat that, or just maybe get acknowledged by Jerma, then I mean, hey, this is the guide for you. So that's gonna be it. See ya. And thanks for watching.